Might want to write that down. I am still learning. I am still learning. Um, so I want to open here. Do you want to master the process of good thinking? Do you want to master the process of good thinking? Um, and I want to say this, and I pray that you don't get offended when I say it. If you want to master the process of good thinking, I recommend that you expose yourself to good input and good thinkers. Okay? I need you to write that down. I need you to put that into your Rolodex of memory. I need you to feast on that because that's going to be very important to you. All right? Again, the question I said was, do you want to master the process of good thinking? And if you want to, and this is why I said I'm still learning, because I'm recommending to you that you expose yourself to good input, good thinking. Um, Good thinkers always prime and pump their ideas, okay? And they look for people, hear me, they look for people and they look for things to get their thinking process started. Um, so a lot of things that I do, just so y'all know, I read books. I look at a lot of video. I read extensively. I watch podcasts now, and I actually engage in a lot of programs. I'm an avid person that love watching videos, and I love, watch this here, I love spending time with good thinkers. I've allowed myself to get to a place now, whereas I don't talk to everybody. I've kind of removed myself from certain equations. I've been removed from certain equations. Where I once had great relationship, it seems far few and in between in some areas. And God allowed some people who are great creative minds to come into places and fill gaps where there was a loophole in some places. And watch this here. I became intrigued with some things. And watch this here. When something intrigues you, whether it's an idea or even a seed of an idea, you put it in writing, hear me, and you keep it somewhere, like in your think tank or something that will help stimulate your thinking. In my office, in this lab here, I got a bunch of things now on my wall that really help me to keep that idea formulated in my mind and to help me in the areas that I need. So a lot of times what I do now, my portfolio, I have a brand new portfolio that I got. And it's my thinking companion. My pad is my thinking companion. So first you have to expose yourself to good ideas, good thinking and good input. But watch this here. Next, you have to choose to think good thoughts. Okay. Now, a lot of you that just coming on this week, you may be saying, I'm like way out of the loop. You got to go back and start from Monday to see what I'm saying. Because I'm saying to you right now, you must now become intentional about your thinking process. You have to put yourself in the right place to think, shape, stretch, even land your thoughts. So I make it now a priority. The people around me, the people who really deal with a lot of focus when it deals with me, we even have thinking schedules of methods that we help where we bounce each other's ideas off of each other to kind of help. So I like advocate people. I'm an advocate for folks. So hear me. So what we do, we always reverse it. We always think about this, and we make you stretch the idea to make it work better for you. All right. So no matter what you choose to do, you got to go into your thinking place. You got to take some paper and pen out. You got to make sure that you're capturing your ideas in writing, because remember, thinking is actually a discipline. Remember that it is a thinking discipline. So I want to give you all today a 6-word formula for success. I want to give you a 6-word formula for success. All right, here we go. I want to give this to you. This is going to bless your life. It's going to help you. It's going to really cause something in your spirit to really catch fire. Okay, I want you to write this thing. I want you to write this down, write this thing down, write this quote down, and it's going to bless your life. Think things through, then follow through. Did y'all hear what I just said? Let me give it to you again. Think things through, then follow through. All right, let me give it to you one more time. This is the 6-word formula for success. Think things through, then follow through. Okay, so to master the process of good thinking, you got to act on your good thoughts. Okay, because many of our ideas have a short shelf life. You got to follow through with them before the expiration date. I want to speak to you right now. Hear me very carefully. I'm getting ready to say something to you. A gallon of milk got an expiration date. Cheese got an expiration date. Anything in your refrigerator got an expiration date. The Lord told me this morning, you are about to outlive your expiration date. You might want to put that on Facebook today. You have outlived the expiration date. The death certificate or over your life has just been canceled because you got to think things through, then follow through. So you got to act on good thoughts. I just gave you something to help you. Some of you can shout about it. You can run about it. You can make it happen. You have outlived the expiration date. You're going to be there when everybody else is gone. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And for some people, the greatest challenge of becoming a good thinker is moving past your past hurts and your current worries that prevent you from spending the productive time that you need to think. This morning, I was having a great conversation with one of my mentees, and they said something to me. They said, "Don't worry, God got it." One of my daughters hit me this morning, told me about what she picked up in the spirit. Another one of my daughters and sons told me about a dream that they had, and they said, "Peters, don't worry." And they also said, you are at a standstill about a decision. They say, steady your hand. Let me tell you, they said, steady your hand. They said, you got to think this thing through. Don't deviate from the plan of God. You gotta hold your hand. I'm telling you. And when I got this prophetic word this morning from my daughter, it totally wiped me out, because I just knew that this was this. And they said the Lord told them that this is what you got to do. Steady your hand. And I got Bible for you. If you remember in Genesis 22, remember that Abraham was about to take his son Isaac up into the mountain to get ready to offer him as a sacrifice. And right before he got ready to take the knife and put it to his chest, God said, steady your hand. And I'm telling you, when I got this word, I mean, it tore me up, because hear me very carefully. I had to move past some past hurts, some current worries that was preventing me from spending productive time in my think tank. Are y'all listening to me? So hear me. To start in your thinking process, you cannot wait until you feel like thinking to do it. Are y'all hearing me? However, you got to engage in the process of good thinking, and watch this here. You have to move past your emotions that feed you in the process of negative thinking. So you got to now take your mind and you got to create some mental momentum. All right. So you got to create some mental momentum. All right. So when you go through the discipline process of thinking and enjoying some success, you have to savor the moment, and you got to try to ride that mental energy of that success. So hear me, it's going to spur into more additional productive ideas that you're going to have. So you have to repeat this process. Somebody say, repeat the process. One good thought that I've learned is that, hear me, one good thought, hear me very carefully, one good thought does not make a good life. Did you hear me? Not just one good thought makes a good life. People who have good thoughts, they try to ride it for their entire life, and they end up unhappy and destitute. All right. But I'm telling you, success comes from those who takes the entire mountain and continually keep the gold on the mountain, and not just live off of one nugget to keep going. You have to be able to know that when you got good thinking, you got to go beyond what it is that you see. Where success is concerned, people are not measured in inches or pounds. They are measured by the size of their thinking. Are you listening to me? You got to be measured by the size of your thinking. And if you actually want to be successful, one thinking skill you need is to acquire the wisdom of big picture thinking. You got to have big picture thinking. All right. Your president, he once was quoted in his business world. He says, you have to think anyway, so why not think big? That's one thing I took away from him. He said, you You have to think anyway, so why not think big? I took that as a more picture to understand big picture thinking. Big picture thinking brings wholeness. It brings actually maturity to your thinking. So also your thinking will bring perspective. Can y'all write that down, please? Big picture thinking will also bring perspective. It's like making a frame of a picture larger, and in the process of expanding it, not only what you see, but also what you'll be able to do. Big picture thinkers are never satisfied with status quo. When you are big picture thinking, you think long life. Are you listening to me? And when you think long life and lifelong things, you will always want to visit new things, visit new places. I have the afforded opportunity that when I was first called, I ain't gonna say that when I first moved into my eldership, I'll say that when I first moved into my eldership of being an ordained minister, I remember my brother was having real bad luck in some things. I mean he had a job, a wonderful job, lost his job, he lost his house, he lost a lot of things, and I say, bro, you need to go drive a truck or something. You need to get up out of here because you keep making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Now guess what? We had a fight about it. We had a knockdown, drag out, swinging festival. Amen. But when we got done, can I tell you something? The very next day, he called me when I was at work. He never called me. Amen. I'm still mad at him because we had a fight. And he said, what time you getting home? I said, whatever time I get home, don't worry about it. Because if you want to go at it again, you may not want to be there. Let me tell you something. He said, I want to talk to you when you get here. I want to apologize to you. I was wrong. I was angry. All of that. Now watch this here. When I got home, he had some papers sitting on the desk. And when he had it sitting on the desk, it had CRST, truck driving training. He said, I need for you tomorrow when you get off work to take me to St. John's, Indiana. I took him to St. John's, Indiana. The rest is history. The brother went from having no money to making over $250,000 a year. Are y'all listening to me? Hear me, because watch this here. Watch this here. And when he started driving truck, he started looking at the law of priority. When he began to look at the law of priority, this is what he said. He said, I want to go to China one day. I want to go to this. I want to go to that. I want to go to this. I want to go to that. And we both have the same mentality that we work as hard as we do so we can enjoy the fruit of our labor of what we did. So my brother doesn't go on a 3-day vacation, a 5-day vacation, a 7-day vacation. He goes on a 30-day vacation twice a year. Did y'all hear what I just said? And he don't go down to Rooteville, Mississippi. He don't just go down. No, he don't go to California. He don't go to Florida. If he goes to Florida, he's only going to Florida so he can get ready to catch the boat. Amen. For his cruise. Amen. 14-day cruise. One time he just flew. He went to Shanghai. Amen. He did all of those great things. 21 days, 7 days before he went. I mean, just amazing life, because he said this, and I said this to him. And he took it and he ran with it. A prophetic word that was given to him. Now he's living out his dream. And he said, I want to have lifelong goals. And hear me, I want to do things. Now he's reading books. Now he's meeting new people. He has a new learning skill about himself. And because he practices every day, he's only connected to people who want to thrive and go somewhere. A lot of people are connected to unconnected people. Y'all miss what I just said. You have to be able to connect to unconnected people. And when you begin to grow in some things, it will help you maintain a learner's attitude. Are y'all following me? So every day I spend a few moments every morning reviewing my calendar, my to-do list, what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to do it. And then I mentally cue myself to look attentively for something that will improve me in my situation. And as God begins to work and move on my life, he'll begin to examine my day-to-day process and continue me to learn. And that's what I thank God for. That's how he keeps me standing. That's how he keeps me abreast. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I got to get ready to make some moves. Have an amazing day, everybody.